The ground did not shake when the Gustav Supergun fired. It screamed, as if the earth itself had been wounded. Before dawn broke over the Crimean Peninsula in 1942, German engineers stood frozen beside something no human should have ever built. Steel rose like a cathedral laid on its side, bolts the size of fists, rails groaning under impossible weight, and at its heart, a barrel so vast a man could crawl through it and disappear. This was not artillery. This was obsession made metal. General Erich von Manstein watched in silence as the final checks were completed. Around him, soldiers whispered, not in awe, but fear. The gun had a name, almost gentle for something so monstrous, Schwerer Gustav. Heavy Gustav. Designed to crack fortresses thought invincible. Built to prove that no wall, no city, no enemy could stand against German engineering. Yet even the men tasked with firing it felt something was wrong. Weapons were supposed to obey physics. This one dared physics to stop it. When the order finally came, no one cheered. The shell, 7 tons of steel and explosive, was loaded with ritual-like care. Minutes passed. Sweat dripped. Hearts pounded. Then came the command. Fire. The blast flattened trees miles away. Birds dropped dead from the sky. The pressure wave punched men to their knees. And somewhere far beyond the horizon, concrete bunkers that had stood since before the war simply ceased to exist. The Gustav Supergun had spoken, and history would never forget the sound. The Gustav Supergun was not born on a battlefield. It was born in a boardroom. Years earlier, Adolf Hitler had paced furiously, raging about the Maginot Line, France's fortress belt that mocked his dreams of conquest. Walls cannot stop a new Germany, he insisted. But deep down, fear gnawed at him. What if they could? Krupp engineers received the order in hushed tones. Design a gun capable of destroying any fortress on Earth. No budget, no limit, only results. Lead engineer Erich Muller soon realized the insanity of the task. The caliber alone, 800 millimeters, was unprecedented. Rail transport barely possible. Firing it required thousands of men, custom-built tracks, and days of preparation. Yet Krupp delivered. By 1941, Gustav was real. Too big to hide. Too complex to move quickly. This was not a battlefield weapon, it was a siege god. Ironically, by the time it was finished, Germany had already bypassed the Maginot Line. Blitzkrieg had rendered Gustav obsolete before its first shot. But Hitler did not care. A weapon like this demanded a stage. That stage was Sevastopol. The Soviet fortress city clung stubbornly to the Black Sea, its defenses carved deep into stone. Repeated air raids failed. Artillery stalled. Casualties mounted. So Gustav was summoned. Transporting it took weeks. Entire rail lines were rebuilt. Camouflage nets stretched for acres. Soviet reconnaissance pilots reported impossible machinery, but Moscow dismissed it as exaggeration. They were wrong. When Gustav opened fire, shells penetrated 30 feet of reinforced concrete. Ammunition bunkers exploded underground. Fort Maxim Gorky, once thought unbreakable, fell silent. German soldiers watched in stunned disbelief. They had never seen power like this. Yet victory felt hollow. The gun fired slowly, painfully slowly. One shot every 30 to 45 minutes. Each round felt like dragging a mountain uphill. By the end, Sevastopol fell, but Gustav had fired fewer than 50 rounds. 50 rounds to justify years of effort, billions of Reichsmarks, and the labor of thousands. Was it worth it? No one dared ask. By 1943, Gustav had become a burden. It required protection from air attacks. Fuel shortages delayed transport. Allied bombers ruled the skies. Smaller, faster weapons proved more effective. Engineers whispered doubts. Officers avoided eye contact. Even Hitler began losing interest. And here, in the shadow of the largest gun ever built, something deeply human emerged: regret. Men who once felt pride now felt used. This weapon had consumed their lives and offered nothing but destruction in return. By the way, if you're still standing here beside this steel giant with me, make sure to hit subscribe. Because what comes next is where history takes a darker turn. Orders came to dismantle Gustav, then to move it, then to destroy it. No parade, no monument, just silence. As Allied forces closed in, Gustav vanished. Some parts were destroyed, others captured. Soviet forces found fragments, twisted rails, broken shells. The barrel itself was found shattered, intentionally ruined by its own creators. The world's largest weapon ended not with a bang, but a whimper. No battlefield duel. No last stand. Just fear of capture. After the war, historians debated Gustav endlessly. Was it genius? Was it madness? The truth lay somewhere uncomfortable. Gustav proved that humans could build anything, even things they should not. It consumed resources that could have saved lives. It symbolized arrogance over strategy. And yet, it remains unmatched in scale to this day. No nation has dared repeat it. Today, Gustav exists only in photographs and fragments. But its echo remains. In every superweapon proposal, every ultimate solution, every belief that size alone wins wars. The Gustav Supergun did not change the outcome of World War II. It changed something far more important. It reminded humanity that power without wisdom is just destruction waiting for permission. And when the Earth screams back, no one truly wins.